So you guys were I'm hearing a lot of you guys wanted a theme song shortened, so here we go. This girl reviews movies, games, and books. Sometimes she plays them. So does that. And when she does it with the cat, does that make her crazy? Does that make her crazy? Probably. So, it's shorter. There you go. Crazy Cat Lady or Martha Butler does not own any trailers or pictures. I use them under fair use, educational, for education and entertainment purpose. Hi everybody, Martha here. So I'm finished watching the Cuphead TV show. And what I think about it, it was not perfect, but I liked it. Mostly when every single time they had an episode where the devil was in it, it was great. Pretty much any time that it wasn't, it felt like a little filler episode. And there's were times where Cuphead was a little bit too much like SpongeBob, which shouldn't be what he's like, because he's supposed to be based off of older cartoons, and SpongeBob's not one of those older cartoons, so he's sometimes a little too obnoxious. But when he's not being that, I think the show's pretty good. I think like the first episode was good when they go to the carnival and they play a game that's kind of like the ball game you play at Chuck E. Cheese. And that's how he gets trapped. That's how he ends up owing the devil his soul instead of gambling, which I can understand, because gambling would probably really be hard to do it in a children's show. They probably would have to make it be like rated PG or PG-13. Games are different than shows. Ratings are like they make ratings different, and I don't think that that either of them. I think that the games probably would be like really too hard for kids to play. They probably had the patience. I think the kid really would not want to give up. Because I didn't bother playing. I just watched other people play it. But I would say the TV show is more for kids. I do like the fact that a lot of the characters look like stuff from Betty Boop's characters. Some old Disney cartoons, like we got to see the little dog that Betty Boop liked. In the background, a couple times we got to see Horace and Clarabelle characters that look like them, and a couple times we got to see some of the bosses in this show. We got to see the two frogs, the three-headed dragon, and we got to see like they got to see the pig that was like where you buy stuff from him to help survive longer. And also, like my favorite episodes, I would say, was the first one, the one with King Dice in it, because it reminded me a little bit of Whose Lines Is It Anyway, the game that they played on there. And that game show has been around like forever, so maybe it was around back then. So, but mostly I think it was mostly like a jazz. That's what King Dice is supposed to be. Supposed to be like a jazz singer kind of guy. And Wayne Brady, who played him, I guess, is the one I found out who played him. And not much. The devil kind of reminded me of a little bit of him from Powerpuff Girls, because there is some little bit of gayness in him, somewhat. I mean, he doesn't have the voice that him has, but he has some of his action. But I liked when they like made like one episode when they're in a graveyard, and you like to see they made it look like they were on 3D surface when they're running away from the ghost. I'm pretty sure there were some bosses that had ghosts. They never like the ghost train. Maybe that was the one they based it off with the ghost from. But also, I like the fact they like had a little skeleton dance in that episode, and also a little bit of Mad Doctor, because they had the skeletons come out the stairs, like in that episode. Two Disney cartoons from the 30s and 20s that I like to watch during Halloween. So, and I've done a Mickey reaction to one of them. Maybe next Halloween I'll do the skeleton dance for you guys. But both of them are, but that's the skeleton one. That's what that one reminded me of. But they have like a little part where Cuphead and Mugman are both running on real stuff. You can think that they probably did that with computers, but maybe they really did what they did back in the 30s and 20s. Is they have like a little land they made off a board, and then they would put their characters on top of them. It's like little like stop motion a little bit. That's how they would do it before computers were invented. So it was really, I liked this one a lot. The last episode is mostly had like a little 20s thing with a female Cuphead Chapel, who would like teach them how to charm people in order to get into clubs and get hot dogs. And I would say they would do hot dogs because so well, I mostly like when they just show like stuff from the old days, because I can recognize some of it since I'm a big fan and I've done a lot of research about that days, about Max Fleischer, Walt Disney, and the Looney Tunes characters. So it's a great show, but there are a few misses through it. Like I don't like when they're just at the home with Elder Kettle. It's annoying him because then Cuphead becomes annoying. Those episodes I would say are filler. I would say this show did not need to have 12 episodes. I would say at least about 6, because it kind of made me think that they forgot about the devil sometimes. Because the devil was supposed to be after Cuphead, tries to make him old with his soul. Because somewhat it was like the game, but somewhat it wasn't, because they were battling the bad guys in order characters get exchange for their souls for his, like they do in the game. But I do like to see more reacts, like the two frogs. That episode was good when they were on the yacht, because that was one of the bosses, and they made a boss battle into an episode. So it was a great show, but like I said, there was a few misses episodes. So I'm gonna give this one a 7 out of 10. So alright guys, back on DuckTales. And so bye bye. Bye bye. Like, review, subscribe. And so long, folks.